Hey, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Daniel, and today I want to talk about the minimum salary in Australia. What is the minimum salary? How high is the minimum salary? Does it apply for every worker in Australia? And how high is the tax in Australia? Because this, in combination with the minimum salary, is the reason why Australia is one of the most and highest paid countries in the world. Just to give you an example, even Canadians, they come to Australia for 1 year just to work there because technically, the living cost is the same like in Canada and Australia, and this is why you can save so much more money when you come back. And this is the same for everyone who does a working holiday in Australia. Who is making up the minimum salary, and does it apply for everyone? Yes. So the minimum salary applies to every single worker and also is the same in all of the provinces in Australia. So it applies to all of Australia. This is very important. Every year, the minimum wage is set by Fair Works. This is a very important government agency because when you work in Australia and something goes wrong, like let's say you don't get the minimum salary or a company doesn't want to pay you, then you can also go to Fair Works and claim a report against that company. This is very important because a lot of backpackers in Australia, and backpackers come from all over the world. Sometimes what they do is they don't go to Fair Works because it's a lot of trouble. You have to go through bureaucracy to get it done. But the companies who do this shitty stuff to backpackers will never get caught if you don't claim. So what I mean by that is if you work for a farm and they do shitty stuff, they don't pay you, then you should go to Fair Works and claim them. And so every year around June, minimum salary is raised. And so in 2020, the minimum salary is now $19.80. So what they did this year is they have actually 3 different award groups. And depending on what kind of job you have, you will be in one of those 3 award groups. And the first award group was already raised to the minimum salary in July 2020. The second award group will be raised in the 1st of November 2020, and the third award group will be raised on the 1st of February 2021. So it doesn't matter when you watch this video in the future, every year the minimum salary is raised. And if you want to know exactly which award group, which job is, we created an article on workingholiday.blog where you can see every question around the minimum salary, also where is Fair Works, where is the website, everything related to that, also the tax, which I will tell you in a second. Something else that is very cool in Australia is you can also work as a casual. As a casual, you don't have full-time work. It means you don't have your 40 hours work. You basically have sometimes like 20 hours, but it depends. You basically jump to the job. So that means the minimum salary for casual workers is already at $24.80 every year. Just to give you an example, when I worked in Australia, I worked in the hospitality and I got a casual job, but I even could get 50 hours a week for that amount, $24.80. You can calculate how much money that actually makes. Unfortunately, I was only working there for 2 months, but I made a lot of money to make a very good road trip on the East Coast. Another question that a lot of backpackers ask is the superannuation in Australia included in the minimum salary? So first of all, what is the superannuation? So when you come to Australia and your pension plan, the system there in Australia is so-called the superannuation. And every worker has to pay the superannuation. What you can decide is in which fund you want to put the money in. But your employer pays this amount separate from your minimum salary into this fund that you decided. If you don't decide one, then your company will decide one for you. And the good thing is, even if you leave Australia, you can claim a percentage back from that superannuation. I think it's around 30 to 40%, unfortunately, but at least you can get this back. So let's come to the tax, because I think for backpackers who do working holiday in Australia, it's very cool because when you work in Australia, the first $37,000 in a year are only taxed with around 15%, which makes it a very low percentage. In Germany, for example, we pay up to 35% tax on top of the money that we have. But you make way more money, so you can calculate. It's a very cool opportunity. So you can even consider maybe making a second or a third year in Australia, because you can get now up to 3 years in Australia, and you can consider maybe just working the complete first year, and you make so much money that you can then after travel in Australia and in Southeast Asia. A lot of travelers are actually doing exactly that. So that's it from today. Definitely check out the article. There's a couple of more questions in it, and also you find every little detail, every little link. If you like this video, if you find this helpful, give me a like, subscribe, and dingle dingle the bang bang gong that you get notifications in the future when we post new videos. I'll see you in the next video. I'm Daniel. Bye.